I still get people asking me quite often what I think about the jump-in events and if they're worth it for building a collection, so we're going to break it down in a bit more detail and you might be surprised at how good it is. Welcome back to the channel. We're having a look at the jump-in events for building a collection compared to maybe buying packs or doing quick drafts or whatever else you might want to do. And we're going to go over the new packs from Ixalan as well. There's 11 new packs in the jump-in event. So we're going to have a quick look at those, see what's worth it, and see if we can get any by doing the events. So don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Let's get into it. So if you don't know already, the absolute basics of the jump-in event are that you pick from 2 different mini packs and they will form your 40 card deck for this event, where you can play as many times as you want, and when you get 1 win you get an uncommon card reward which has a 5% chance of being upgraded to a rare, which isn't too bad, and then at that point you can carry on playing with that deck that you've made, or you can resign and pick new ones. So each mini pack contains a rare, usually out of about 2 different possibilities, and then it has a bunch of commons and uncommons that synergize with each other to some extent. Some of these packs are much better than others, and because you're picking 2 different packs, it's better for you if you pick 2 packs that also work together. Sometimes you end up with like 2 halves of a deck that don't really work together, so you have to be careful about what you pick. And it's pretty good for new players just to try this out, because you're going to play against other people that have picked similar packs, so there's not going to be a huge power advantage between you and your opponent if you're new, although like I said, depends on which packs you pick. So you should always be given the option of picking a pack that you haven't picked before when you enter the event. If you haven't done it before, it's going to be a random selection. If you have done it before, you will have like 3 options to start with. Hopefully at least one of those should be one that you haven't picked before. Now if you want to build a broad collection, you don't have much to start with, you might want to aim to pick each pack once or twice. So you would almost always want to pick something that you haven't picked before, and then there's some things you might want to pick more than once depending on what rares you could possibly get from it. So if you're aiming to do this, you might want to keep track of which packs you've already picked. Otherwise, you're going to end up picking the same packs over and over again, and then you won't be shown new packs that you haven't picked, or it will slow down your progress on picking new packs. You also don't want to get the same one too many times, because if you do, you'll fall into the kind of duplicate protection trap, where if you pick a pack that has a rare that you already have 4 copies of, you won't get a rare, you won't get a different rare, you'll just get 20 gems added to your account, and for a mythic it'll be 40 gems, which doesn't sound too bad, but you're paying 200 gems to enter the event, so you're not getting very much back if you're getting 20 or 40 gems by picking duplicates. So yeah, you don't want to do that. You don't want to pick something that's going to give you a rare or mythic that you already have 4 copies of, so you might want to also keep track of what rares there might be in each pack and how many of those you have. And if you want to collect the latest set using the jump-in event, that's another case when you want to make sure that you've picked at least one of each pack in previous events. If you have, you should be able to collect all the new packs at least once, usually for somewhere between 5,000 and 10,000 gold, because it's 1,000 to enter each time. You might get shown a new pack in the first 3 that you choose from, and a new pack in the second 3, so if there's 10 new packs in the set, you can at best get them all for 5,000 gold, but it's probably more likely to be nearer the 10,000. But yeah, that's only if you've picked all of the older ones at least once, and then you'll be shown the newer ones. Of course, you want to make sure you pick them at least twice to have another chance at getting the alternate rares or mythics as well. Because if you enter the jump-in event hoping to collect the latest set, and you're not even shown an option of a new pack, it's not going to be very good value for you. If you want those cards, you're not going to be getting them. You'll be better off doing drafts or opening packs instead. Now I do want to compare the jump-in value you get to buying packs and to doing drafts. It's easier to do a direct comparison between buying packs because we know exactly how much you get from buying a pack and exactly how much you get from jump-in events, but with drafts it can vary depending on how many rares show up in the draft that you can pick, and how many wins you get, obviously. But if you want to compare it to buying packs to start with, you can buy a pack for 1,000 gold or 200 gems, so exactly the same cost as a jump-in event, and it will give you around 1.8 rares in value. That's because you get the rare in the pack. You get some wildcard track progress, at 1/6 of a wildcard from that, and you get golden pack bonus, so you get 1/10 of a golden pack, which has 6 rares. Add that all together, you get about 1.8 rares worth of value from a pack. Now, if you do a jump-in event, you're picking from 2 different mini packs, and each one has a rare, so you're going to get at least 2 rares in value from doing a jump-in event, although not in wildcards, just in those specific rares and mythics. You also have an extra 5% chance of getting the rare ICR when you win one game using that pack, although it's more likely to be uncommon. Basically makes it 2.05 rares in value. Yes, so you do have some control over what they are, but not entirely, because you're picking the packs, but it's not as good as wildcards, because wildcards you can pick absolutely anything. So this means that Jump In is better for new players who haven't yet built up a collection and might want to pick older standard cards, but worse for players who might fall into the trap of having 4 copies of a rare and only getting a few gems back. So if you already have 4 copies of rares that appear in Jump-In packs, there's a chance you're going to end up getting an event where you don't get very much value. So comparing those two, pretty much Jump-In is better. Not a huge amount better, but it is a bit better. Now for drafting, it's harder to compare because it depends on how many wins you get in the draft. But if you assume a 50% win rate or 3 wins in a quick draft before you get 3 losses, the event will only cost you effectively 450 gems for at least 4 rares, 750 gems to enter, 300 gems back as a reward, and you get 4 rares because you get at least 3 in the draft. Probably will see more, but you get at least 3, and you'll get 1 in the pack that you get as a reward as well. So if you compare it in the sense of gems for rares, in Jump-In you're paying 100 gems per rare, and in a draft event when you get 3 wins you're paying about 110 gems per rare. So it's not a huge amount more, just about 10% more in cost if you only get those 3 rares in the draft and 1 from the pack. If you see more rares in the draft, then it's going to bring down the gems cost per rare, so it's going to make drafting better, but that's only if you're getting 3 wins, which is also about the same as a pack, by the way, because if you get about 1.8 rares in a pack for 200 gems, then that's about 110 gems per rare as well in a pack. But the problem with the draft event is you might not win any of the games in it. In that case, you pay 750 gems to enter, you get 50 gems back. That's a cost of 700 gems for at least 4 rares, which would be 175 gems per rare, which is a lot more than 100 or 110 in the other examples. But like I said, you might see more in the draft, so it might bring that down a little bit. One other thing you might want to consider is that quick drafts are for various standard sets at different times. So if you have a look at quick drafts now, it's going to be for one specific standard set. It's not always the most recent, and it might not always be the one that you want. So if you want to collect rares from different standard sets quickly, you can't really just do quick draft because it's going to be the same set until it changes like 2 weeks later. So basically the value in rares you're getting from Jump-In or from packs or from draft, they're all pretty similar if you're assuming a 50% win rate in the draft games, and if you're not falling into the trap of the 4 copies of a rare in Jump-In. It just depends on whether you want to specifically build your collection of the most recent set, or of other standard legal sets, or of whichever one happens to be quick draft today. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to have a look at the new packs from Ixalan. There's actually 11, not 10, because we have 10 different focuses on the mechanics, and then we also have one on caves, which is kind of like a bonus one. There's 11 different sets. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to enter the Jump-In events. This is on my second account, so I'm not wasting my gold on my main account. This would be a bit of a waste if I was doing it like this, although not terrible. I'm going to enter each event using my gold, because I have a lot of gold saved up ready to use. I'm not going to play the games. I'm not going to try to get the uncommon or rare rewards, but just know that you have a 5% chance of that being a rare. I just want to see if I can get the new packs from Ixalan just by entering the events now. We'll see how much gold it takes for me to find, hopefully, all 11 packs. It might take all my gold. Let's find out. Okay, so the first event. We pay 1,000 gold. We're going in. We see prehistoric. When you hover over the actual packs, you'll see the tiny logo on the card of which pack that's from. So Cultist is from Dominaria, Convoke is from March of the Machine, and Prehistoric is from Ixalan. So we can select that, and then we'll get another 3 options, and we've got Cutthroat from Phyrexia, Convertible from March of the Machine, and Monsters from Eldraine. So we don't have another one from Ixalan, but that's fine. We've got one, and if we put them together, we have a deck called Prehistoric Monsters, which is lovely. We can have a look at the rares that we've got here. Now, obviously, we're going to have some from the Monsters pack, but also from the Prehistoric pack, and I've seen it already. We have Gulta We have Gulta Stampede Tyrant as the mythic or rare from this set, an 8 mana 12/12 trample that puts all other creatures that you want from your hand onto the battlefield when it enters, which is absolutely insane and fun. And then we've got some other good dinosaur cards as well, the Bristleback, we've got an Earthshaker Dreadmore to draw cards, we've got the Pathfinding Axe Draw. So if you want to build up a deck, also is another good point, for the midweek Magic constructed event that always comes out like a week or 2 after a new set. So we have the midweek Magic for Ixalan coming out very soon, if you're watching this video soon after it being uploaded. If you want to build a deck for that event, what you might want to do is do something like, find one of these jump-in events, pick one of these, and now you might have a good number of synergistic cards that you can put together, maybe throw in some more common and uncommon wild cards to make it even better, and then, you should be able to get your wins that you want from the midweek Magic event just by doing this. But yeah, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to go back. I'm going to resign from the event. I'm not going to play. I miss out on the uncommon wild card, but that's fine. Uncommon reward. So I'm going to pay another 1,000. Let's see if we get another one. We've got Venom. We have Cultist. We have Celebration. Now, I don't know which ones I've picked before on this account. So I'm just going to go and pick. I'm not going to pick green. Yeah, I'm going to pick green. Go pick Venom. Okay, let's see what we get. Recruits, Vermin, and Prototype. So these are all from other sets, not from the most recent one. Now, I don't know which ones of these I've actually picked. So I'm just going to pick anything, and I'm going to make a note of which ones I've picked. I'm going to write down that I've got Venom, Prototype, and I've got Prehistoric and Monsters. So I know not to pick those again, because I don't want to keep being shown new ones and not realize the new ones, so I don't pick them, and then just keep getting shown old ones over and over again. So I'm just going to write that down. And I'm not just writing down that I've picked Venom and Prototype. I always also want to make sure I keep track of how many copies of the rares and mythics I have. So I have Tyrannex Rex here, the new mythic that's been added to my collection. I also have Gwenna, Eyes of Gaia, which has been added to my collection as well. So I'm going to keep track of how many copies of those I have, because if I have 4 copies of Tyrannex Rex, I might not want to pick Venom again, because there's a good chance I'm going to just get those gems. Right, so resign from this one. We're going to do our third one, pay 1,000, and we get Convoke, Cultist, and Arcanist. Now, again, these aren't new ones, so I'm just going to pick anything. I'm going to pick Convoke. If I get a new one, Moria, Urza, and Oily. Again, not from the most recent ones. So I'm just going to pick anything again, Convoke and Oily, and keep track of the rares and mythics that I get from this pack, so I can make sure I don't pick it again. So for this pack, it's an Invasion of Segovia I've got from the Convoke pack, and it's Erebrask's Forge that I got from Oily. So now I know I've got those ones, and I've picked those packs. I'm going to resign again. I'm going to go for our 4th one. Hopefully we'll find one of the new ones. Okay, we've got Crafting, we have Sluggers, and we have Amass. So Crafting is from Ixalan, so I'm going to pick that. And hopefully we get another one. We've got Militia, Convertible, and Wandering. And Militia is from the new one as well. So this is our 4,000 gold we spent now, our 4th event. And we've got 3 of the new ones. So we're going to pick Crafting Militia and have a look at the rares we get in here. So it's going to be the Unstable Glyph Bridge. That's going to be from the crafting one because it has the craft mechanic on it. And we also have Thousand Moon Smithy, which is from the Militia one because it creates all these little gnome soldiers. So we're going to keep track of that, make sure I write those down, and then enter the next one. So let's resign from this one. We're going to enter event number 5. And we've got Breakfast, Virulent, and Convoke. I know I've picked Convoke already, so I'm not going to pick that. It's also worth noting that you do get the Lord of the Rings packs in here as well. So if you don't like alchemy, sorry, but you have to kind of pick them to make sure you don't always get shown them. If I've already picked Convoke and Virulent, I want to pick Breakfast so I don't get shown it again. If I don't pick it, it might always be there. So I'm going to pick Breakfast for now. Don't think I've picked that before. And then we get shown Oily, which I know I've picked already. Mishras and Soldiers. Now, I don't know if I've picked Mishras or Soldiers before, so I'm just going to pick those. I'm going to write it down. I'm going to have a look at the rares I get in it and just follow on with that process. So from the Breakfast set, I've got the Battle of Bywater, and from the Soldiers, I've got Siege Veteran, which is a pretty good card. Yeah, let's go back, resign from this one, and try another one. Okay, let's resign. And enter another event. Okay, we have Cultists again, Contagion, and Saurons. I'm seeing Cultists a lot, so I have a feeling maybe I haven't picked that before. So I'm going to pick that. And we've got Crafting, Excavation, and Bittersweet. So we've got Crafting again. Now, I could pick Excavation or Bittersweet, because I don't know if I've picked those before. If I knew I had, and like all 3 of those were duplicates, I would just pick Crafting again, because I know I'm going to get another one from the most recent set. Just to make sure I'm covering my bases and marking off the ones that I might not have picked before, I'll just pick Excavation. So I have Cultists and Excavation, and I'm going to have a look at the rares, write those down, and make sure I don't pick those again. And in case you're wondering, I got the Steel Seraph from the Excavation one, and Sarah Paragon from Cultists. Both really good cards, so I'm quite happy about adding those to my collection if I didn't have them already. And let's resign from this one. And we're going in again. Right, so we have Prototype, Junkyard, and Complete. Prototype. Ready? Yeah, so I've had a look at my list. I did pick Prototype just now. So Junkyard and Complete, I'll pick either one. Let's go with Junkyard. And then we've got Resurrected, we have Stampede, and we have Moria. Not new ones, but let's just pick Moria. Let's pick anything and get it out of the way. So we are spending gold here, but we are getting these cards added to our collection, so it's not like we're getting nothing, but we're also getting them out the way so we won't keep picking them. And then from Junkyard, we've got Ashnod, and from Moria, we've got There and Back again. If you don't play Alchemy, then just ignore it, but if you do, then hey, you're getting extra value. Alright, resign from that. And we're going to pay another 1,000 gold. Okay, we have Recruits, we have Looted, and we have Shire. Looted is the pirate set from the new from Ixalan, so we're going to pick that. Make sure we get new ones. And then we've got Oily, we know we've picked that. We have Secrets and Apprentice. Now Secrets is a new one as well. So we have Looted and Secrets. So we're doing not too badly now. Getting 2 of the new ones in one. And we've got Belligerent is the Pirates rare. And we've got the Ever-Flowing Well, which is the rare from Secrets. So that's now added to our collection as well. Write those down and see what we can get in the next one. There's still 6 new packs from Ixalan that we haven't picked yet. So we're looking out for those. We have Resistance, Descent, and Bittersweet. Descent is a new one, so let's pick that. And then we have Shire, Rooted, and Saurons. So not one of the new ones, but I'll just pick any one of those to get them out of the way. I guess I'll pick the one from March of the Machine first. Although there might be a slightly higher chance I haven't picked the Alchemy ones before. But we'll just go with that for now. So right now we've got Descent and Rooted. And that's got us Corpses of the Lost from Descent, which is cool. And we've got Deep Root Wayfinder from Rooted. So yeah, they're now added to our collection as well. And we're going to write those down and move on to the next ones. So let's resign. And we're going in again, spending some more gold. What we're going to find, I've got Globetrotting, Invaders, and Onslaught. Now, These aren't the new ones, so don't really want those. But it's interesting when you look at the colors. Now, one way the colors work, if you're trying to get a specific one, is that if I pick black, I should be shown other packs in the next 3 selection that also have black in them. So if I know I'm looking for a black black pack from the new one, I'd pick that. If I pick Globetrotting, I am not very likely to see a black one in the next one. So if I'm looking for that, I can pick the black. You never know, it might work. And we've got rats, we've got venom, and we've got vermin. So, okay, we didn't get the black from that, but we did obviously get shown 2 other packs that have black in them. So there's always a chance that if you're looking for the one that has black in it, then you could get that. So I'm going to pick the rats one as well. Onslaught rats, let's pick that. Have a look at the rares we got from there. So we've got the red cap gutter dweller from rats, which is pretty cool, and a raven man from onslaught. So let's make a note of that and move on again for another event. Okay, another 1,000 gold, and we've got tricky, shire, and cultists. Now I did pick cultists, didn't I? So I don't want to pick that again. I don't think I've picked shire. I don't think I've picked tricky. Let's go with tricky, and we get shown apprentice, celebration, and stampede. I don't think I've picked apprentice before. I'm going to pick that to get them out of the way. And we have tricky apprentice. We're going to do the same thing again. We've got the horned lock whale, which is a pretty good card. And we've got Keldon flame sage, which isn't as good. Probably won't actually use it in any constructed decks, but the horned lock whale probably will. So more things added to our collection. And we'll move on to the next one. Okay, another 1,000. We're really burning through the gold here. Okay, we have Shire, we have Crafting, we have Tricky. I know I've picked Tricky. I know I've picked Crafting, although I would like to pick it again. I'm going to go with Shire, just to make sure I've definitely picked that one and it's out of the way. And we've got Depths, Wandering, and we've got Incubation. Now with Depths, did I pick that already? Let's just have a look at my list. No, I didn't. So that's Depths, that's the new one. So we have Shire and Depths. Let's have a look at the rares we got from it. So we've got Starving Revenant from Depths, which is an interesting card. Yeah, interesting one. And then we've got Radagast the Brown from Shire. So we'll add that to my list. And we'll move on to the next ones. So there's only 4 more packs from Ixalan that we haven't picked. And obviously I've got rid of lots of extra ones from others. Now I've got Prehistoric and Crafting again. I know I've picked them, so I'm going to go with Inspired, because I probably haven't picked that one before. And then we get Arcanists, Cutthroat, and Resurrected. I'm going to go for Resurrected, just pick that. And hopefully it's 2 more packs that I haven't picked before that are now out of the way, and I shouldn't get shown again without being shown another new one. And we've got Gix's Command, which is a pretty good card there. And we've got the Gixian Puppeteer, which maybe isn't quite as good, but can be used in a few kind of fun decks as well. Not quite as much as Gix's Command, though. But yeah, we're going to move on to the next one. Spend some more gold. Okay, that one done. And we're going to spend another 1,000 gold. And we've got Arcanist, Rats, and Venom. I know I've picked Venom. I know I've picked Rats. So let's go with Arcanist, because I haven't picked that one before. At least I don't think I have. And we've got Globetrotting, Oily, and Explorers. Explorers is a new one, so let's pick that. And let's have a look at what we got there. So we've got Deep Fathom Echo from the new set. And from the Arcanist one, we've got Haughty Djinn, which if you don't have already, this is a really good way of getting this very, very useful rare that pretty much builds a deck by itself. So if you haven't seen the Mono Blue budget deck, I don't know where you've been, but I've got a video on my channel about that. It's a really good deck to play. Not so good now that some things can't be countered, which is more common. Still pretty good deck as it is. So right, I'm going to add those to the list and move on to some more. So we'll resign from this one. We're still looking out for Dinosaurs, which is the red pack. Offerings, which is black and white. And we have Spelunking as well, which is the cave one. So I don't know exactly what colour that will show up as. Let's see if we can find it. Stampede, Contagion, Corrupted. If I go with the white and black, is there a chance I'm going to see Offerings? No, apparently not yet. I've picked Excavation, I've picked Onslaught, so I'm going to pick Saurons to make sure that's out of the way. Look at the rares, add them to the list, and move on. And in case you're wondering, Sauron is the rare in the Sauron pack, funnily enough, and Skrelv's Hive is the rare in the Corrupted pack. So I'm going to mark those down and move on to the next one. So here we go. Let's pay again. I've got 18,000 gold left. I hope I don't run out of gold. We've got Junkyard, we've got Boosted, and we have Breakfast. I know I haven't picked Boosted before compared to the other two. And we have Breakfast, Shire, and Excavation. Now I know I've picked all of those, which is a bit of a pain, but I don't care about the Alchemy one, so I'm not picking Breakfast and Shire again. I'll pick Excavation because I got Steel Seraph last time, I think it was. So we'll see what I get this time. Steel Seraph is a pretty good card. So let's have a look. Yep, we've got another Steel Seraph. And we also got a Dusk Legion Duelist, which is a pretty good card as well. So we're going to add those to our list, move on again. Okay, next one, 1,000 gold. And we've got Spelunking, there we go. We have the 5-color cave deck. So let's confirm that. And we have Insight, Resistance, and Shire. I'm going to go with Resistance. We're still just looking for, I think it's just Dinosaurs now. Dinosaurs, which is the red one, and Offerings, which is black and white. We haven't seen that yet, have we? So let's just pick these. 2 more to go. Spelunking Resistance. So it's very interesting to see such crazy like mana base here. Normally when you pick a pack, you'll just get like a bunch of basic lands and then like a few dual lands that you probably already have like a few copies of, like Scarred Crag. But when you pick the Spelunking one, you've also got all these other caves that get added to your deck, so added to your collection. That's quite a bit of extra value in getting all those, which is really cool. I don't know how on earth I would play this if I was going to try and actually get the uncommon card, because with so many tap lands and all different colors, I don't think it would play very well in this jumping event. You never know, maybe it's worth trying. But either way, we got Chimil the Inner Sun in the Spelunking deck, which is pretty cool. Spells can't be countered. You get to discover 5 every turn, which is really cool. And we got Voldaren Thrillseeker from Resistance, which is a fun card to play with as well. So, okay, let's see if we can get one of the last 2 from Ixalan, Dinosaurs or Offerings. So we're looking out for red or black and white before I run out of gold. So we have Celebration, Apprentice, we have Offerings. Perfect, we have that. We're not going to see Dinosaurs as well. Depths I have chosen before. But hey, let's pick it again. Let's see what we get. And so we've got Offering and Depths. So that's another Starving Revenant that we got before. We didn't get the other rare we could have got. And the other rare in the Depths would be Deepest Betrayal, which actually I really want that as well, but we didn't get it this time. It's still worth a trying to get it. Yes, we've got Starving Revenant and we've got Sanguine Evangelist as well added to the deck now, to the collection, which is pretty cool. So yeah, we'll have a look, see if we can get Dinosaurs. So we're going to look out for anything that's red, and yeah, anything that's red. Okay, nothing. So I'll go with something that's a single color rather than 2 colors, because I think there's more of a chance you're going to see black and green specifically if you pick something with 2 colors. So I'll go with Science. We might get Science Dinosaurs. And we don't. We've got Soldiers, we've got Moria, we've got Crafting. I'm not sure which one I haven't picked before. I know I've got all 3 of these. So I'm just going to pick Crafting. See if I get something else cool from Ixalan. Let's have a look. And we've got the Unstable Glyph Bridge again, which is fine. I don't mind adding that to my collection again. And then we've got Unctus Grand Metatect as well from Science. So let's write those down, move on, try and find those dinosaurs. Okay. Oh my god, we'll have left 14,000. That's fine. We've got enough for this. Okay, we have Crafting, we have Globetrotting, we have Rats. It's tempting to click on Crafting because there's lots of other good cards we can get. But if I go with Rats, chance we get Rats and Dinosaurs? No, we don't. We get Celebration, Cutthroat. We'll go with Celebration, so I didn't get that one before. But yeah, we're just looking for Dinosaurs. But in the meantime, we've got Lord Skitter added to the collection, which is nice. Nice to have a rat. And we've also got Raging Battle Mouse, so nice and rats. Okay, right, moving on to the next one. Okay, right, come on, Dinosaurs. Before we run out of gold. Okay, we have Invaders, Monsters, and Depths. I'm going to pick Monsters on the hope we get Monsters and Dinosaurs. We get Resistance, we get Wild, we get Shire. I'm just going to pick something else I haven't picked before. Increase the chances we're going to see dinosaurs next time. And we've got ourselves a Realm Scorcher Hellkite, which is pretty cool. And we have a Gimli. Like I said, if you're playing Alchemy, you might be happy about that. If not, it's just a card out of the way that we don't have to collect again. Let's resign from that one. Come on, we're going to find these dinosaurs. Okay, Cutthroat Fairies Militia. We'll pick Militia because it's new and it has red in it. And we get Celebration Warrior and Complete. Okay, let's pick Complete. We've picked the other ones. Getting closer to it, even though it's kind of frustrating that we haven't got there yet. But at least we've now got the 1000 Moon Smithy, which is pretty cool, and we've got a Norn's Wellspring from Complete as well. So we'll go back, we'll resign, and yep, okay, let's try again. 11,000 gold. This is one way to burn through all your gold. We have dinosaurs, and we have Spelunking again, which is pretty cool. I'm going to pick dinosaurs because I don't want to miss out on that. And we have Rats, Invaders, or Muscle. I picked Muscle because I don't think I've picked that one before. And we have Dinosaurs Muscle, which is nice. And then we have Trumpeting Carnosaur, which is a great one to add to our collection. And we've also got Guardian of New Benalia as well, added to the collection, so that's cool. Okay, so we've picked all 11 of the new packs so far. But there's a chance that we might want to, get some of those again. I'm just going to do one more. Let's resign from that and just see if we get any new ones again. Secrets again, so let's pick that. And we've got, nothing else new. Pick Knights, because I don't think I picked that before. So what we're just looking at is basically if we can get a different rare. We've lost connection. Different rare than we got last time. And we have, because we've got the Great Door, I'm not going to try and pronounce the first bit, which is a legendary artifact. We didn't have that before, so we've added that to our collection, which is pretty good. And we have Invasion of New Phyrexia as well. So cool, we've added that to the collection. So I'm going to leave it there. I've got 9,800 gold left. I think I might have got a few extra gems there, so there may have been some that I picked. I already had 4 copies of a rare. I hadn't had down, so I didn't know for sure. If I had, then I wouldn't have made that mistake or kind of lost that value there. And how much gold did I spend there? Was it like 13, 14,000? You'll have to have a look back at what I started with because I can't remember now. But yeah, so we got them all. It cost us that much. Now that we've covered some of the old packs that I didn't get before, so some of the Lord of the Rings ones, all the ones from older standard, when the next set comes out in February and we have new jump-in events, if I do this again, there's a good chance that I'll be able to get those new ones with spending less gold than I had to spend today to get these ones. So, the value of jump-in kind of improves as you go along, as long as you, pick different things and make sure you write down how many you have 4 copies of already, so you don't pick those again, because you don't want to miss out on that value. Now, one thing I've put together to make this slightly easier is a list of all of the jump-in packs that are available currently and the rares and mythics that you can get in those in a handy little spreadsheet. So I'm going to add that to my Patreon at the lowest level. So if you want to support the channel, you can have a look at that. It's going to be in the bonus content for all my Patreon members at patreon.com/GamesCoolDadMTG. So you can have a look at that. It'll have all of the different jump-in sets available, jump-in packs, and then the rares and mythics you get in it. And you can basically mark off what you have, what you don't have, so that when you next do jump-in events, you can make sure you don't miss out on some value and just get a few gems instead of actual new cards being added to your collection. So let me know what you think in the comments below about the jump-in events. Is it something that you find any value in, or have I said anything here that maybe you disagree with? Let me know in the comments. And thanks for watching this video all the way to the end. And I really appreciate your support for the channel. So don't forget to like this video if you liked it and subscribe if you found it helpful. And I will see you in the next video.